書いてるの
Okay. I show my roadmap.
前のこれしかない。あ、どうぞ。
Observation from 81, 82, under view. Before starting my speech, I'd like to show our thanks word. Firstly, NAPA committees. Thanks to your nice management, we can participate in this great tournament. Secondly, judges. Thanks to your kind reflection and voting us, we stand here. Thirdly, with members, 高須さん、ボイジャーさん、京平さん、セガさん、シンさん、マキさん、あやさん、永井さん、つばしさん、あゆむさん、ひゅうがさん、たきりさん、たきりささん、えびっちゃん、ならすさん、しんのすけさん、えいやさん、むとたくさん、ふうたさん、ぬわさん、あやかさん、みっちぇるさん、なちこさん、トミーさん、大輔さん、かじやまさん、つばしさん、せっきーさん、けんたろうさん、こうじさん、のぼるさん、ピカリンさん、まりさん、あやねさん、Fourthly, my great partner, Takeru. Without you, I cannot stand here. Lastly, Wess believes that the once we stand here as debater, there must be only winner. Hence, we stand here with my great support by Daiki and Ryoya from Wess-A team, and Yuma and Ryo from Wess-B team, and Kana and Shigen from Wess-D team, and Yori, Dohata, Koyuki and Yuzuki. Then, to be winner and not to be loser, I start with Start. Observation 1. Right to pursue happiness is respected in Constitution. Therefore, not the government, but each person should care about her own problems. 日本国憲法14-6 Code. Article 13. Every citizen is respected as individual. Right of life, freedom, and pursuit of happiness needs maximum respect. Unquote. Moreover, 2. Use of marijuana itself never harms other people. In other words, cannabis control law has no victim. Lawyer Maripolin available quote. No violent victim is caused crime. No violent crime is caused by the marijuana, but just having marijuana is regarded the same as the crime. General crime are punished because of victim, but cannabis control law doesn't have victims. However, 3. Under the status quo, Japan arrests about 3,000 marijuana users every year. Nikkei Business Deloitte quote. The arrest number of possessing marijuana is increasing. The number was 2,300 in 2007, and 2 times higher than that of 10 years ago. Unquote. At least 4. Marijuana is less addictive than other drugs like alcohol, nicotine, and other illegal drugs. Therefore, people can quit it by their own will. Statistically proven. Huffington Post starting quote. Scientific American study showing 9% marijuana users become dependent. Number is higher for other substances. Alcohol 15%, heroin 23%, nicotine 32%. Marijuana is not physical addictive. Psychological addiction is manageable with willpower. Unquote. Plan. The Japanese government shall permit recreational use of marijuana. Mandate S point. Shall legalize recreational use of marijuana for adults. B point. Shall introduce coffee shop, which is officially licensed store of marijuana. C point. Shall impose tax on marijuana. D point. Shall control the amount of THC of marijuana. E point necessary adjustment. Next go to 81. Illegality. Exporting Hennessy. 1. The criminals of cannabis control law potentially have no motivation to harm other people because marijuana crime has no victim and they just pursue happiness. Cross-upper observation. However, 2. Huge police human resource concentrated on marijuana arrest because arresting marijuana is easier than other crimes. Nikkan Saizo 09 quote. To meet required tasks, the police officer tend to arrest university students for policing marijuana. Arresting stimulant user is more difficult for police officer. The crucial point is the number of their achievement to arrest, unquote. This point in part 1. Marijuana users become violent because of illegality, not by marijuana itself. That's because once people are regarded as guilty, they don't hesitate to commit other crime. Lawyer cut a falling quote. Because of prohibition, those who just use marijuana as a recreational item are regarded as criminal, categorized as criminal, and they commit other crime, unquote. 6 point solvency 1. After plan, total crime rate will decrease. First reason is disappearance of illegality. Moreover, marijuana itself rather decrease aggressive behavior. Statistically proven, assuming long term, many place under other social factors. The Guardian Liberty Voice falling quote. The researchers at the University of Texas found that legalizing marijuana does not increase crime, rather decrease crime. All the 50 states and their crime rate like rape, homicide, or robbery were examined for 16 years. Other variables linked to crime rate such as poverty, unemployment, and education were factored in the study. Violent behavior exhibited by some marijuana user is resulted from its illegality rather than substance itself. Marijuana THC led to a decrease in aggressive behavior among chronic cannabis users, unquote. 2. Second reason is that police can save human resources and use it for serious crimes efficiently. MP Kaipun Lambes, Professor are falling quote. In Lambes, the position of cannabis no longer leads to arrest. The police can free up police resources to tackle non-cannabis drug crime like violence, sexual offense, robbery, and significant improvements in police effectiveness. Total non-drug crime fall by 9.4%, unquote. Next, 82. Harm reduction. Exponential 1. Under a status quo, both marijuana and hard drug are sold in the same black market. As a result, people connect with hard drug and get interested. NPO 法人 JNDT Final. We misunderstand marijuana is same as stimulant by classifying both as same illegal. The drug dealers said you've already know the pleasure of illegal marijuana. Next try a stimulant, unquote. 2. Moreover, marijuana of black dealer is bad quality, and sometimes people use hard drug unconsciously because dealers mix addictive substance in marijuana. The writer Fox Armentano 11 quote. The drug dealer make the weight of marijuana heavier by blending grass or dangerous grain into marijuana. Moreover, dealers sometimes blend a psychoactive substance like the formaldehyde, unquote. This point in part 1. Bad quality of marijuana harms human body. Cross apply point second and down below. 2. Hard drug is more dangerous than marijuana in multiple criteria, like health and violence. Imperial College London 10 quote. Professor David scored each drug with multi-criteria approach like the drug-specific mortality, drug-related damage, the dependence on, and so on. Heroin scored 55, cocaine 27, cannabis 20, unquote. 6 point solvency 1. Government can remove bad substance and control the amount of THC in marijuana. MP Kaipun in Netherlands. News site I am expert starting code. The report said that marijuana in Netherlands decreased THC. In 2012, the average level of THC was 13%, declining from the 15%. Dutch attempt to regulate drug by the 15% THC limit for the marijuana, unquote. As a result, too, people can enjoy the good quality of marijuana by government control. And actually, in Netherlands, marijuana addicted people is just 0.1%. Trimbos Institute 11 quote. 2009 study was carried out on the prevalence of cannabis and use disorder in the general population from the 18 to 64 years. The estimated 0.1% met the criteria for cannabis disorder, unquote. 3. In long term, hard drug use will decrease because thanks to separation from black market, marijuana no longer works as a gateway to hard drug. Empirical in Netherlands. Journalist Yabe 19 quote. In Netherlands, which permits marijuana, the number of cocaine or heroin user is decreasing. In 1994, ratio with cocaine user in marijuana user in Netherlands was only 1.8%. Because the young buy marijuana freely in coffee shop, it's separate from the black market, unquote. Underview. 1. After plan, Japanese economy will be enhanced, even assuming social cost. First reason is tax revenue. Second reason is new industry. Statistically proven. Economic consultant of 912 quote. The $7.7 billion to regulate marijuana will be unnecessary. Moreover, government can get $6.2 billion as tax revenue of marijuana. Many industries like tourism, coffee shop, related goods or industry hemp will be benefited. New employment of 110,000 people. Actual economic rise of $18 billion and the new tax revenue of $1.4 billion will be generated. Economic effect is bigger, considering the economic loss caused from the medical, unquote. 2. Under the status quo, marijuana user cannot go to hospital, even they get disease, because of fear for arrest. However, after plan, people can get medical treatment by eliminating causality. Metro and News Service 12 code. Result from the survey of the 450 drug users, fear of arrest is the main reason for not calling 911. Research in the Australia found that often there is a reluctance to call for emergency medical help because of fear for prosecution, unquote. That's all.
Cross-examination time for the negative within 4 minutes.
May I ask?
Sure.
First is affirmative mandate.
Yes.
Your second mandate is only use coffee shop. Right?
No.
What is your second mandate?
Just sell marijuana in coffee shop.
That means in after plan station, if people that sell outside the coffee shop, at that time, this person is punished by law.
Oh, yes. This is the same as status quo program.
Then at that time, why after plan we can save police cost?
Because we don't have to arrest such a marijuana user.
Only arrest cost is we can save. Your stance.
Oh, sorry, what do you mean?
Sorry, change question. The last mandate, control amount of THC something.
Yes.
Then how?
For example, now the government can control the tobacco in the tar, such as like that.
Your stance is the slight amount of THC never leads to the health problem.
Yes. Or the status quo, the gangs, the mix the addictive, the grass or something. However, we can after plan we can eliminate such bad substance.
Then initially, how many quantity of THC exists in cannabis? At that time, the health problem occur in our body.
So, what do you mean?
I want to know actual amount of THC.
Limited to the 15%.
15%. Then the advantage one. Caesar point first.
Yes.
So you say after plan, crime decrease something.
Yes.
The second reason is THC can cure aggressive behavior.
Yes.
This evidence assuming your last mandate, regulation amount of THC. Then I want to know why this assuming your mandate, the regulation amount of THC, at that time we can prevent aggressive behavior.
Our argument is THC itself has such aggressive, suppress aggressive effect.
Which sentence is the even small number of THC?
Never mentioned the THC lead to decreasing aggressive behavior among chronic cannabis users.
Okay, I will check later. The underview. Second, you say after plan, people goes to hospital.
Yes.
Then under the status quo, because of fear for arrest, people don't go to hospital.
Yes.
Your inference. Okay, thank you. That means that if after plan, the people, the overdose, the many take the amount of THC, at the time, the arrest, the fear for arrest in after plan. Sorry, I want to know, assuming your mandate, that if after plan, if people that using many THC, after that these people goes to hospital.
We never mentioned in status quo, such marijuana user have such or cold or the fever. However, such people cannot go to hospital because of the fear for arrest.
Your problem comes from the marijuana's health problem, not marijuana's health problem.
Yes.
Other health problem. Okay, thank you. I understand. The advantage too.
Yes.
answer point second.
Yes.
Why illegal dealer that mix this dangerous chemical?
Because the dealer makes weight of marijuana heavier.
Thank you.